Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another video. So today we are going to talk mental health. This is something that I've wanted to talk to you all about for quite a while. I'm very open about my struggles with mental health and anxiety over on my Instagram and to family and friends. It wasn't always like that, but I feel that if I can help just one person or make a change to one person, then that can only be a good thing. So yeah. This video has been prompted by my really good friend Adele. She's just posted a video talking about her mental health and I'll link it in the description box below. So a bit of the backstory. As a child, I think that anxiety stems from my childhood. As a child, I hate the word suffered because they're battle scars. It got me where I am today. I am who I am today because of it. But I saw and experienced domestic abuse. I then suffered quite severely with separation anxiety towards my mother, who now isn't a part of my life. Yeah, that's where it all stems from. And again, I tell people, and people are like, oh my god, I'm so sorry that this has happened or that's happened. And I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me. It's definitely made me who I am today. And I am very, very fortunate to have the most amazing family, friends, partner, children. So that's where I think it all stems from. I managed the separation anxiety as a teenager. I had counselling and a lot of help, and that was absolutely fine. I met Ged, fell in love. He's amazing. Had Isaac, and during the pregnancy I felt anxiety, but I would say I just felt that was anxiety that any other mum felt about, you know, about making sure the baby's okay and thinking, oh my goodness, I've got to give birth. And I just felt like that was probably just quite normal. I was excited and I was happy. And then when Isaac came along, at about 4 or 5 months old, I just started to feel this overwhelming sense of, am I doing this right? Am I changing his nappy enough times a day? Am I going to wean him properly? Is he going to eat enough fruit and vegetables? Is he going to think that I was the worst mum in the world? I don't know where it came from. I cannot explain to you. I just woke up one day and that was it. And I wouldn't sleep for worrying about things like this. And it just got out of hand. I was then exhausted. It was starting to affect my mood. It was starting to affect our relationship. Again, we'll talk quite openly about it, I'm sure, as well. It started to affect our relationship because I wasn't being a very nice person because I was so tired and keeping all of this angst up inside me that I was just snapping, and it just wasn't very nice. So I spoke to Geddy about it and he asked me to ring his mum, who I know will watch this, and I get really emotional about it, but she is just the most amazing person ever, and just said to me, it's okay that you're not okay, like it's fine, we're all here, ask for help, take the help. Yeah, it is okay not to be okay. Like, you aren't doing anything wrong by saying, I'm tired, please can you watch him while I go and have a hot bath, or I read a book, or I eat a hot meal. Take the help. It is all right, it is fine. That's why I think it took me a long time to sort of say how I was feeling, because I felt like I was failing by admitting that I wasn't all right. I was also really scared, very stupidly, that the doctors or the health visitors would take Isaac, which is now, I know, ludicrous, but at the time it was just snowballing. I was tired, I was struggling with general life because I was so exhausted from not sleeping, because I was anxious. I stopped going out, I stopped going to baby groups. But like I said, everyone was absolutely brilliant. My family, my auntie, Geddy's mum, everybody actually was amazing. My friends, fine. So I then went to the GP, who, again, I was really, really nervous about going to. In fact, I put it off quite a few weeks because I thought that they were going to say, right, that's it, Isaac's going, you have to be okay, you have to be all right, you have to not struggle with any. It was a very hard time because the courage it took to go, I'm proud of myself, and I am where I am because I went, but it took a lot. And I have to say, a lot of people had made comments in the past, not to me in that when I was at that point, but a lot of comments in the past that the GP will fob you off, GP will do this, GP will chuck tablets at you. Another anxiety that I had, no, I'm not taking any medication. No, don't need it. I should be fine. I should be absolutely fine. And actually I had a brilliant GP, not one that I'd seen before, which I was really nervous about. But I actually think it did me good because she was like a new person. She didn't know, you know, when you haven't spoken to somebody before and it all just comes pouring out and then you think, oh my God, I've just told a stranger. But it actually did me really good. So please, please, if you are feeling in any way like anything that I've described, or first of all, it's all right, and second of all, go and speak to somebody. My GPs were absolutely amazing. I did go on citalopram, I don't know how to say it, and I was on it for quite a while until I became pregnant. It was my choice to come off of it when I became pregnant with Seth. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. But they were amazing. They forwarded me for online CBT therapy, which again was brilliant. And they gave me the information for things such as the Samaritan and Anxiety UK helplines, both who you can call anonymously, and it's just someone to have a chat to. Yes, so I then became pregnant with Seth. Come off of my medication. I felt fine. I felt fine. I was proud of myself. Proud of myself that I come off the medication, and now I look back and think, you plank, like it doesn't matter at all. But I was proud of myself. I don't know. I felt much better. It gave me that even keel. I needed my mind balancing again, and it really, really helped me, and I have no shame in any of it. But I fell pregnant with Seth. We were fine. We had a brilliant pregnancy. He arrived, a whirlwind, a really, really quick labour. He's just come in. Say hi. Hi. And within about a week, I said to Geddy, there is something wrong with him. I'm really emotional again. There's something wrong with him. He didn't sleep. He didn't ever lay flat. His breathing to me wasn't right. I asked the health visitor or the midwife, I can't remember which one of them. I asked her, can newborns have colds? And she said, well, he's got an older brother who's at nursery. It's, you know, maybe. His nappy smelled awful. The consistency of his nappies smelled awful. His skin was just not good at all. Yeah, and I just, in my heart of hearts, knew that something was going on. And I just felt like nobody was listening. Nobody professional. Ged's mum, my auntie, friends were all in agreement with me that something was happening. None of us were sure what, but I had a very unhappy baby and a 3-year-old and a husband-to-be who was working his backside off and not sleeping. It was just a really difficult time. I visited the GP maybe 4 or 5 times a week with him. Health visitors told me he was fine. I went to the walk-in centre and Geddy met me down there. Geddy's mum came over to look after Isaac, and we went down there one evening to see a paediatrician who visits this certain clinic once a week. And he opened up the door, he pushed the pram out of the door, and he said, babies cry, Nicola. That was a comment for me that just pushed me over an edge that I was holding on to with all my might by my fingertips. I just want to say that previous to that, I had spoken to the GP and they had said to me, you know, look after yourself, and if you feel at any point that you are struggling again, then please come straight back and we will help. Like I said, it was my choice to come off of the antidepressants when I was pregnant. So yeah, that comment just pushed me over the edge, and that was on a Thursday evening, and on the Monday morning I changed Seth's nappy and it was full of blood. So we got taken to hospital and he got diagnosed with a cow's milk protein allergy, which I knew in my heart of hearts anyway because I'd been Googling and stuff like that. So that's a bit of background. I'll be honest, it's not his fault at all, but the way that I was treated and things that happened and stuff like that, I feel like that sort of pushed me a little bit more. So I was really honest and open with Geddy, and I went back to the GP and went back onto my medication. But I'm also very open and honest with the fact that I still struggle some days. I feel absolutely fine, but some days I still struggle. Cloud arrives sometimes, and if I don't use things that I learned through my CBT, then this black cloud just sits. And yeah, but I'm proud of the fact that I I manage it a lot of the time, and I wanted to talk to you about things that help me. So yeah, first of all, it is all right, it is absolutely fine. Second of all, go and talk to somebody, be that a friend over coffee, be that your partner, be that your GP, and don't be afraid to ask for any help that is given. Self-care is so important, so important for any of us, be us mums, be us not mums. It is so important. The third thing that I try to do, and I use on the daily, and it helps me 100%, is to stop, think and breathe. Sometimes these thoughts that I'm having or that I'm getting anxious about is like, a prime example is if I've got 15,000 things to do of an evening, which all of us do have. But if I'm washing up, washing, this, that, and I think, oh my God, I've got to do it all, and it has to be done, and it has to be perfect, and la la la. And actually, Ged's in here playing with the kids, and if I said to him, could you just do one of those things for me? He'd be like, of course I will. Like, boys, 2 minutes, I'm just going to go and help mummy, absolutely no problem. But in my head I'm thinking, I can't. You need to do it, Nicola, you need to do it. And it's irrational. So stop, think about it, and breathe. Next one is to take the positives. I'm guilty of being a bit of a negative Nancy sometimes, and focusing too much on the negatives and not the positives. So something that my mother-in-law has also helped me with is to look at the positives. I'm gonna cry again, what is wrong with me? I've composed myself, it's fine. Is to look at the positives, because do you know what? Everything is all right, we're all healthy, we've all got each other, and it's fine. So yeah, take the positives. So something that I've started to do, I listened to a podcast a few months ago, no, about a year ago, is to sit at the end of the day, be it with your coffee, be it when you're taking your makeup off, be it when you're brushing your teeth, when you're about to fall asleep, and think of 3 positives. So sometimes for me, that is me and Seth did a really fabulous activity, or Isaac came up to school smiling, or me and Ged got the time to have a hot coffee together, because that's a rarity in my house. And just take the positives. You know, you're doing an amazing job. The last thing that I want to talk to you all about, some of the problem of how I felt when Isaac was born, is self-care. I am here to be the best mum that I can be to our children. I'm really, really proud of the parents that me and Geddy's become. I'm really proud of myself. I'm going to cry again. But I also, in the last couple of years, have found the importance of self-care. Because if I'm not firing on 100%, and if Ged's not firing on 100%, then it's not going to work. Like, we need to be good to be able to let everything else run smoothly. And so please, please, please look after yourselves. Get enough sleep. I'm not the best person to talk to about the whole sleep thing, because that was part of my issue, was that I just couldn't sleep for anxiety. But we need enough sleep to function. That's not easy when there are little babies. And when everyone says sleep when the baby sleeps, and then I always used to answer, what, and clean when he cleans? But do you know what? It doesn't matter. If the dishes aren't done until the next morning, it doesn't matter. If your mother-in-law or the health visitor or your friend comes round and your floor's got bits of cake on it, they're not bothered. Like, let it be, look after yourself. And hand in hand with that, for me, comes diet and exercise. As you all know, you're all probably here, I know the majority of you are here for Slim and Wild. Slim and Wild has changed my life. It really, really has. If you don't know, I've lost 4 stone. Really, really credit Slim and Wild for the help that it's done for my mental health. I am more active, I eat better, I have more energy. It's a no-brainer really, isn't it? I was 15.5 stone, eating 6 slices of white bread a day because it was convenient. I felt guilty as a mum for wanting to go and get my nails done, or for wanting to have a bit of one-on-one time with Geddy, and it's taken me a long time, but I know that it's important. I know that, and I'm not, the other thing as well is I'm not saying that I want time away from my children. I adore my children, I adore them, but I felt like I couldn't be Nicola and be a mummy. I felt like I needed to be mummy 100% of the time, and I put a lot of pressure on my shoulders. Some of that probably does stem from my childhood, because the one thing that I want is to be a mum that doesn't raise children, to be parents that don't raise children that feel that they need to recover from their childhood, because that is exactly what I've had to do. But I'm going off on a tangent. Self-care, it's alright. Go and have a hot bath, get your nails painted. Something that I have really taken on board the last few years as well is that Ged needs time out too. Yeah, it's not all about me. He has been living with me, and you know, he runs his own business. He is the most amazing hands-on daddy. He is so brilliant with them, and he needs some time out too. It's important for all of us, and I won't feel guilty about that anymore. I'm so blessed to have the most amazing support unit around me. Ged's mum, who I've spoken about, my auntie, friends. I am so blessed, and I'm so thankful they are all here for me. I hope this hasn't been super rambly, and I hope to somebody that watches it that is feeling that's feeling anxious or feeling down or feeling depressed, please know that my inbox is always open. Yeah, so thank you for listening to me go on, and yeah, it is okay to not be okay, and I just really want to lift that stigma up. It's fine, and we can all get through it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.